Hey guys, it's Piggy Impound Pussy Wrecker 67 here, as 69 was taken. So today I thought I'd tell you guys a story of the time I gave myself a root canal. So for this particular tale, we have to go all the way back to teenage Piggy. Now teenage Piggy wasn't much different to other people in their formative teenage years. I enjoyed playing video games, eating potato chips, and a lot of masturbation. So much masturbation. If you had to quantify the amount of masturbation I did in my teenage years, it would probably equate to the death and murder of billions of potential piggy babies. Hitler and Stalin wouldn't even reach my masturbatory murderous rampage. But that's beside my point. The day was like any other. I was enjoying a grilled cheese sandwich and some Lay's, when upon chewing the salted potato crisp, it had felt like I had bitten directly into a shard of glass. My entire mouth writhed in agony as if I had decided to visit the volcanic embers of Hawaii and decided to dine on a mound of molten magma. The pain would last for hours, only being soothed by the helpful anesthesia that only Eckerd drugs could provide at the time. This would only be a temporary relief, however, much like if you're married to a fat woman and she stops eating. You cherish those intermittent moments and hope that the pain and agony doesn't return. However, they always return with more vengeance and curly fries. Alas, I bothered my mom enough to make an appointment to go to the dentist, something that my family apparently did not believe in, as I was told from an early age that you don't need a dentist, all you need is to brush your teeth. When the day of my appointment came, we quickly made our way towards the office where I was put in a dentist chair and given an x-ray. My dentist, an elderly man, looked like a combination of Mickey Rooney and Dennis Rader, the BTK killer. But alas, I needed this definite sex offender registry recipient to tell me what was my problem. After I sucked his dick, he put an x-ray machine into my mouth and told me to bite down on the metal apparatus, but not as hard as I had done on his penis. After a little time, an image of my mouth showed up on the monitor where the dentist was visibly shocked. He turned to both me and my mother and said that in his 35 years of dentistry, he had never seen a worse root canal. Of course, I thanked him, glad for the accolade, and he set up a date for a procedure immediately the following week. But I wouldn't go to the dentist next week. As a matter of fact, I would not return to that dentist. Month after month, I would receive letter after letter from the dentist office saying that I would need to go into surgery immediately. Each letter was subsequently ignored, until suddenly, the letters stopped coming. About 6 months after that initial appointment, I had been enjoying one of my favorite soft drinks, a nice ice-cold glass of classical Coke with extra ice. Apart from masturbation, one of my favorite pastimes was chewing on ice. But today, my fetish seemed a little bit different than usual. This ice seemed a little bit harder, and as soon as I jumped on that delicious frozen water, it felt a little bit sharper than normal. Once I had realized what actually happened, I spat out bits of ice as well as pieces of the aforementioned tooth into my hand. The entire tooth had shattered, leaving behind nothing in its place, an empty void that still exists to this day. About 2 years after that, I received a letter from the same dentist office informing me that my dentist had in fact passed away. Just kidding, he retired. I don't know why we never went back to the dentist office. I feel like it was a combination of laziness and possibly retardation. However, as I mentioned earlier, the gap still exists in the very spot to this day and serves as a constant reminder that anything a dentist could do, you could do, but not as good. So yeah, there you go. That's the story of how I performed a necessary procedure on myself. Of course, I don't recommend anyone else to follow through the same way that I did. However, in a pinch, there's nothing wrong with grabbing a classical Coke with extra ice if you happen to feel that tooth hurting more than it should.
When I see you again, 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 when I see